This training module will introduce you to our Guardicore corporate overview. We'll start with a short company overview. Then we'll move on to an overview of Guardicore Centra, the problems it solves for our customers, and the things that make it unique. We'll review how to best identify potential opportunities for Guardicore and point you to the resources and contacts you'll need to engage. Guardicore is a data center and cloud security company disrupting the firewall market. We provide the simplest, most intuitive way to protect critical assets through a technique called microsegmentation. Our global headquarters is in Tel Aviv, and our US base of operations is in Boston. Guardicore is growing by more than 2 times year over year, and we're deployed at scale in many blue chip accounts, including Santander, Deutsche Bank, and many more. We're a company on the rise and a great option to introduce into high-value clients, prospects, and partners. Before we jump into Guardicore's technology, let's think for a minute about why segmentation is important. It's not a new concept. In fact, shipbuilders have been doing it for centuries. The basic idea? Prevent a single breach of the hull from sinking the entire ship. And in current day, Guardicore does the same thing for data center and cloud infrastructure. Segmentation is top of mind for many IT and security teams right now, because what they've come to realize is that 85% of network traffic is inside the boat in the form of internal east-west traffic. It's the most sensitive traffic, and there's so much of it that attackers have many places to hide and explore if they find a way in, which they will. The problem is that the tools organizations have for segmentation today, like VLANs, internal firewalls, and network security groups in the cloud, simply aren't working. Security teams don't have any visibility into what's happening in these different infrastructure silos, much less the complete picture for their entire organization. Segmentation approaches are tangled up with network and cloud infrastructure, so changes are slow and complex, with involvement from multiple teams and off-hours change windows. They sometimes even require application changes and downtime, a major business disruption. And these problems are getting even more challenging now that many organizations have a mix of bare metal servers, virtualized data centers, cloud platforms, containerized services, and whatever's coming next. The net result is that most security teams want to be doing much more segmentation, but it's simply impractical with the tools they have today. That's where Guardicore Centra comes in. Guardicore Centra makes segmentation easier than ever. Rather than relying on the underlying network or cloud infrastructure for segmentation, it creates a software-defined segmentation overlay that works across data center and cloud environments. It's faster to deploy and manage than traditional approaches like VLANs and firewalls. It's also much more precise. In addition, Guardicore Centra provides users with unparalleled visibility and control. Let's take a look. One of the many things that Centra is particularly good at is helping IT and security teams visualize what's happening in their environments. While most auto-generated network maps look a lot like spaghetti, Centra has an intelligent labeling approach that interfaces with the client's existing data sources to create maps that are simple to understand and rich in context. They can display both real-time and historical information, and you can zoom in and out as needed. This on its own is a major differentiator. But once you see what is happening, you can also create powerful policies with just a few clicks in the same interface. Not only is this much easier than traditional segmentation approaches, it's also much more precise. It isn't just limited to network traffic rules either. You can create policies with granularity right down to the individual process level, or even based on user identity. And finally, in addition to proactive policies to enforce certain behaviors, Centra includes an advanced set of breach detection and response capabilities that identify threats quickly and provide actionable guidance to help contain them. One major bank saw their mean time to resolution for security breaches drop from 45 days to 1.5 after deploying Guardicore Centra. Security teams are the target audience for Guardicore Centra. The CISO and their direct reports are often driving the business case and purchase decision. Security architects and network architects are often responsible for developing segmentation strategies, so they generally play a lead role in evaluating Centra. Or in smaller organizations, it may be more of a sysadmin generalist. In some cases, prospects may have specific initiatives focused on expanding and improving segmentation for critical applications like Exchange, ERP, e-commerce, and others. VDI or remote access projects are also a great fit, since Centra can make this type of infrastructure more secure and reduce costs. Organizations that are interested in Forrester's Zero Trust architecture concept or similar frameworks are also a great fit, since Guardicore can bring those concepts from theory to reality. You also may find organizations that are starting a very large firewall upgrade or refresh, who would be better served by augmenting or replacing their existing firewalls with software-based segmentation. Cloud migration projects are another big driver, particularly for organizations that need to demonstrate compliance with regulations like PCI DSS, SWIFT, NERC, or even HIPAA. Organizations that rely on legacy systems for whatever reason can greatly benefit from the visibility that Guardicore Centra provides across any operating system. Red team exercise or failed audits that exposes uncontrolled lateral movement. And finally, organizations that are contending with ransomware attacks and long detection and recovery times when they occur are also a perfect fit. Here are some closing thoughts to take away from today's training. Guardicore can help your customers turn a major pain point, segmentation, into an opportunity for risk reduction and cost savings. Guardicore Centra delivers a powerful combination of visibility, policy controls, and breach detection capabilities that can reduce your customer's attack surface by over 90%. Guardicore Centra gives customers one security approach that works across all of their technologies and environments, data center or cloud. And finally, in addition to great technology, Guardicore has a great team that will do what it takes to make your sales campaigns successful. Engage us early. To learn more about Guardicore Centra and access other tools like deal registration, customer case studies, and training materials, visit our partner portal at guardicore.allbound.com. As you identify potential Guardicore opportunities, you can engage the Guardicore partner team by sending an email to partners@guardicore.com. Lastly, is your organization certified with AWS Consulting Partners? If so, you can now purchase Guardicore through AWS Consulting Partner Private Offers Program. Thank you again. Have a great day.